guys. This is Mr. Shuto Kano. He's the actual designer of the reel, and he's the one that kind of put it all together. And when we made the Tatula reel, he had three things in mind. It was to be smooth, to be tough, and to be durable. So that's what Tatula stands for: smooth, tough, and durability. In making the reel, after Mr. Kano finished designing it in Japan, we wanted to give the reel a very thorough test. So we decided to involve our elite team of professional fishermen, and we all met at Toledo Bend. And I'll just introduce them now, but they will get a chance to speak when I'm done and tell you why they like the reel. This is Andy Montgomery. He's a Bassmaster Elite Pro. Randy Howell, another Bassmaster Elite Pro. Bunch of top 10 finishes, both of these guys. Too many to mention for all these guys, but I'll tell you a few. And Randy just won the James River tournament, 2 or 3 weeks ago? So he's coming off of a good win. Yusuke Miyazaki, Bassmaster Elite Touring Pro. Takahiro Mori, Bassmaster Elite Pro. Classic winner as well, a number of top 10 finishes. And Marizo Shimizu, and Bassmaster Elite Pro, and also Ish Monroe, Bassmaster Elite Pro, and also FLW Touring Pro. And there was another person, Toshinaro Namiki, who was at the testing, but he's not here today. But he did fly in from Japan when we did the test. So basically, these are all the guys that helped test the product. We met there, and we also decided to film it. So we did a video of the project, and we called it Project T. And we also have the video segments on our website. If you guys missed any of it, there's 10 episodes, and it's www.daiwa.com. This is a prototype of the reel that we used, and one of the most important features of the Tatula reel is the aluminum frame and aluminum side plate on the gear side. And Mr. Kano thought that was very important in developing this reel because we wanted it to be, this is what gives it the strength and durability. A lot of times when you have a composite side plate, you'll get, after a period of time, you may get some flexing. And we wanted this reel to be so durable that it was going to last many years for anglers. So we made this to be aluminum frame and side plate. We also included our T-wing system, TWS, and as you can see when you get a chance to come look at this, it's a wider aperture in the front. And we developed this feature a couple years ago, and it was so important for casting distance, we included it on this reel. And as you can see, when you cast the line, the opening is bigger, so there's going to be less friction when the line comes off the spool. And then when you put it in the gear, it flips over and it becomes like a normal level line system, but it actually lays the line smoother. So that's a T-wing system. Another feature we added to the reel was the air rotation, which makes it is very smooth of the spool. It rotates very easily. You can see it almost effortlessly will rotate. And that's also we have our regular MagForce, which is a magnetic dial system, and you can dial in from 0 to 20 to slow the spool down. But we also incorporated one of our other innovations for MagForce. It's called MagForce Z. I want to explain this to you because it's an advanced MagForce system. Besides the magnetic system where you can dial it in, MagForce Z has an induct rotor attached to the spool. And this induct rotor will actually come out. When centrifugal force is applied at the most time, the biggest pressure, it comes out and it will actually retract. This allows the spool to slow down and then come back in when you don't need it so that you can continue to get a long cast. It's called MagForce Z. This reel also has 13.2 pounds of drag. There was a review in Tackle Tour that actually said they were able to get 16 point something pounds of drag. So it's a very strong, durable drag. We call it Ultimate Tournament Drag, UTD. And that's again, Ish told me he locks it down because that's the way he fishes when he's fishing in heavy cover, and it really is strong and won't turn. Another thing we incorporated is a 90mm handle, which is a longer handle. It allows you to bring in more line quicker, almost 34 inches. It's also a swept handle. It's more closer, so you can get a lot more torque on the fish. And we have bigger, wider grips for more comfort. And this reel will come in, it comes in a 5.4, for deep diving crankbaits, 6.3 more of an all-around retrieve ratio, and a 7.3 for like burning rattle traps and stuff like that. So the 6.3 and the 7.3 both come in a left-hand retrieve. This reel weighs in at 7.9 ounces. And the best thing about this reel, it sells for $149.95. We wanted to make a product that most fishermen can afford to own, and also maybe have 2 or 3 of these reels. So we kept the price very competitive, and it'll last them a long time for many years to come. We also make it in a Type R version, which is usually a little higher grade version. And the Type R is basically the same reel, but it does have a different aluminum spool. This is a A7075 aluminum spool, which is aircraft aluminum, which helps to give it some lightweight. Also will give you more casting distance. Still has all the other same features, the T-wing system and everything else. This also has, this reel has 5 ball bearings and 2 CRBB bearings, which are corrosive resistant bearings, which on both sides of the spool are sealed bearings, so it's gonna allow it to not be maintained longer and help you get another smooth cast as well. And this reel is gonna be available in 6.3, and we're gonna make it in 8.1 also. So that's pretty much the story, and I'm gonna let these guys talk about the reel. I do wanna mention the rod. This is our Tatula rod series. The Tatula rod series has a super volume fiber it's made of, which is more fiber, less resin. So it makes the rod very lightweight. It's gonna give it more strength and durability and sensitivity. It also has Alkanite Fuji guides, Daiwa custom-made reel seat, exposed blank. We actually cross-wrap this rod with an X45, we call it, which is wrapped at a 45-degree angle, which helps it from preventing twisting. And again, exposed blank, EVA foam, split grip. Very sensitive. This rod comes in 10 bait cast models and 6 spinning models, and again, sells also for $149.95 for most of them. The flipping rod and the frogging rod is $169. So that's our whole series. It's a perfect combination, rod and reel together. And I'm gonna let these guys tell you about why they use, like the reel, they've been testing the reel out in the field at tournaments as well. They not only did the original testing, but they've been using them. So they have a lot of time on these reels. Andy, what's the thing you like best about the Tatula?
You know, Kurt pretty much explained all the good features. To me, I'm kind of known for skipping docks or skipping bushes or whatever, so as soon as we got these at Toledo Bend, I couldn't wait to get to a dock or a pontoon and see just how good they skipped. And it was amazing. You know, for 8 years I've used the Zillion as my skipping reel. It's the best one that I've found, and you know, I can probably get 2 or 3 more feet of a skip. And, you know, 2 or 3 feet don't sound like a lot on a cast, but on a skip it's a lot because there's so much friction on the water. You know, 2 or 3 feet can be a lot. It can allow you to hit that bulkhead that's way under a pontoon or whatever. So the 2 most important features to me, you know, I ain't going to say them all because these guys has got to say some stuff, but the mag force, which is important for skipping, how the spool slows down, which, you know, decreases the backlash. And also the T-wing system, which reduces friction. That's what gives me the extra 2 or 3 or 4 feet of skipping. So, you know, it's just a tremendous reel. I got probably 40 days on one of mine. Still feels brand new. And 40 days is what most weekend guys fish in a year. So I basically have a year worth of work on one of my Tatulas already, and it still feels like you know, it's brand new. So you know, I'm super excited with them. Probably 80 or 90% of what I use next year will be all Tatula. So, you know, like we say, we're just super excited, and I'm gonna let these guys tell you why they like them so much.
Thanks, Andy. Thank you guys for all coming out today. This is some awesome products. We've been using them since that event there in March, and I like fast retrieve reels, and we started out with the 6.3 retrieve with a wider spool on this. It made it a lot longer casting distances with the faster retrieve, the 7.3. I've had some 7.3 reels now for a couple months, and I put a lot of hours on those reels, a lot of long casts. And the thing that'll fool you, you can walk around a show, you can pick up a lot of reels that feel really good in the show. When you spin them, they're smooth, but when you take them out of the water and you get them wet, you get them dirty, and you put them up wet and you pull them out damp, and you don't do any maintenance to them like a lot of us guys don't do maintenance to our reels because we're fishing with them all the time. These reels still feel as good, 3 or 4 months later when they've been, banged around and beat up as they do right here in the show. And that's because of the precision gearing in these reels that's so much more advanced than anything in the past we've had. We've got the T-wing system allows you to cast further, and I'm a really long casting type guy. I fish schooling fish a lot of places that you got to really get your bait way out to. I know Ish, we were talking about before, bombing those long big crankbaits out. You can throw this reel literally on an 8-foot Daiwa Steve's flipping stick. You can cast it all the way to the back wall with a big, big heavy like a big 10XD type crankbait. So the wider spool, more line capacity, the air rotation for the smoothness of the gears and the retrieves and the power of the drag. We lock our drags down and we haul fish out. We don't use drags very often, and having a lockdown drag that will not slip on you and compromise pulling a fish out of heavy cover is a really big deal. So I applaud all the Japanese guys for putting their time and work into making a reel like this that's also very affordable for the full market. Everybody can afford $149, $199 reels to have a bunch of them. And the rods as well. I've been testing it. We've got a 7-foot medium light rod coming out with a short handle. That's a really good rod. It's going to be in the Tatula line. I've been fishing it a lot. Me and my wife and boys caught a lot of really big fish at a private lake recently on them. I mean, we put them through the ringer under the boat, bending them, and never had one break. So the rods at that price point are going to be awesome too. So what do you think, Yusuke?
Thank you, Randy. How can I tell you already, Randy and Andy already talked about the Tatula reel. And first things, I starting to use this reel was what I impressed was long cast. TWS and wide spool, this combination is awesome. You can cast like a mile. And no backlash.
Type R for 8.1 gear ratio. This is I really like to use it because as a shallow water fisherman, I like the flipping pitching, like shallow cranking. My strike zone for the fish only like 2 to 5 feet. Then I pitch over there, then make one hop, then pick up all the line and stuff. I don't waste much time. And as they said, $149. Nowadays if I fill up my boat, it costs like $200. So on this quality, $149, then they're gonna come up 8.1. I can't wait to see those, used for the tournament. Then this, I think they're gonna help me catch more fish. So this is what I'm looking for this. I've been using Daiwa like 20 years, and I think this is one of the best deals they come out, and I really believe it. And so hopefully you guys got this 8.1, then you can feed it. But Morizo? Okay.
I can speak English very well. No, Tag, please help me. Okay, good. みんなが言ったから言うことはないんですけども、最高のリールです。
Marizo says that this is the best reel to ever hit the market and that everyone should go out and get one because you will be amazed on how far it casts, how smooth the reel is, and that it's just the best amazing reel ever.
Good, that's right. いや、あと大森君も言ったけど、この価格で、このテクノロジーが入ったリールっていうのは本当にすごいかなと。
He said he loved this reel. This is the only reel he's going to use for next year.
Yeah, so I think awesome and good cost performance is very nice. So I use a lot.
Folks, I want to tell you, I fished 2 tours, and I've been pounding on these reels. I'm amazed at the technology that they put in this reel at, for what the price is going to be. I've fished both tours, and I've dropped them in the water, picked them out of the water, cast with them. They feel still smooth. They don't get beat up very well. I mean, it has every gear ratio that I need. So next year, when I'm fishing both tours, I will be using pretty much prominently all Tatula rods, all Tatula reels, and the affordability for everybody to go out it's going to be great because now anybody who wants to feel like they're fishing like a pro will be fishing with the same equipment as the pro.
These guys will be sticking around for a little while if you want to talk to them individually or take some pictures. So thanks again, everyone, for coming out and hearing about our new product. Thank you.